trellises out of rebar, and finished it all off with a mural on the wall. We have a few final touches left, then the garden will be ready for Councillor Giambroni and the local Subway patrons. Now this is called a yellow ribbon cedar. The new growth on this tree is a bright yellow. I like it because it makes a great contrast compared to the dark green of the older growth. Now I've picked it specifically because I want this space to be bright and beautiful. When it comes to choosing ornamental grasses in spaces like this that are partial shade and sun, there isn't really a long list. Now it's called the Japanese forest grass, and I love the fact that it has a variegated leaf. That way, even when this is dark and shady, this always stands out. This prickly little evergreen here is called holly. Now holly is a unique plant because there are male and female specimens. Holly is chosen for a garden because of those bright red berries on these dark green leaves. But to get those berries, you have to make sure you have 3 or 4 females and at least 1 male. Over time, this vine is going to fill in and make this planter look like a tree. Speaking of which, it's time to show this garden to Councillor Giambroni. Do you remember this space?
I do. It's certainly changed a lot. Big change from an asphalt slab. From the original day, it was the asphalt and where we started out, and now we've got this incredible garden. It's quite a beautiful spot all of a sudden. People have already been remarking on it.
Well, let me point out a few things too, okay? Now the panels on the wall, those are actually a photo that I took in Hyde Park of a tree by the water. And that's my attempt at introducing trees into this space.
Right.
These rebar planters, very industrial. I felt that was in keeping with the neighborhood. Now in time, those vines, which are wisteria, will grow up and fill out over the top of them. So it'll look like a tree. And then at the bottom, you'll see that there's roses. And the roses will work their way up. So what's gonna happen is it's just gonna come out over the top.
Explode over.
Yeah, so you'll have lots of color multiple times of the year.
They're gonna be amazing columns.
And then you can see that there's a ton of plants in here.
There's chock-a-block of plants.
Yes, well, I want this to be bursting at the seams.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Behind each of the rocks, there's a barberry. They're gonna really detract from people wanting to be there. We made the space very user-friendly as far as an aesthetic, but at the same time, people don't want to go into that area. And that was the main goal of this garden. And then this is that setback for the snowplow and for the pedestrian, so hopefully they'll have lots of access to the space.
Yeah. What Carson and then the whole, Green Forest team has brought to the project is quite a remarkable product, and I think everyone in the neighborhood will be thrilled. I just think it adds a whole level of pride and really respect for the neighborhood. Well, it's a huge change from when we first came out here. This is fantastic. You've done a really amazing job, Carson.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Happy to be here for you.
I think it's beautiful. It really just adds some color to the neighborhood.
I think it really contributes to people's sense of community. I'm happy with it. I like to see it when I walk by, so.
It shows that someone cares about the neighborhood, and maybe if it's treated nicely, more people will kind of join into that movement and spread the greenness.
If we're truly invested in making our cities into beautiful spaces, we need to start addressing the neglected and abandoned areas. Through the hard work of the Green Forest team, we took a place that people used to avoid, and we transformed it into a work of art. And now, instead of just passing by, people actually want to stop and enjoy it. My name is Carson Arthur. Thanks for watching.
It's really, really nice. It shows that people care.
It was very appealing. It did make you feel safe. And the transformation has been amazing. It's green. It's welcoming. It makes the subway nice to come to and nice to travel by.